Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here on Clemhawks today, folks, and we got rumblings. First day of the winter meetings, and there's rumblings of players going to certain places. But before we get started, if you're into the MLB like Clemhawks, Yak, and myself, hit that subscribe button as we do everything MLB here that's reported, news, rumors, anything and everything. And Clem also does some NASCAR. But if you're into the NHL too, head over to Gillis TV and we will be starting a bunch of NHL stuff over there. But like I said, hit that subscribe button as we are working our way to 5,000. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been greatly appreciated. Now let's get to it. As left field is something of a question mark for the Astros going into next season, but the team might be looking to fill the position with a former Gold Glove winner. Houston Astros has had some discussion with free agent Andrew Benintendi, per reports from USA Today's Bob Nightingale. With Jose Abreu and already acquired and Rafael Montero re-signed, adding Benintendi would be the Astros' latest step towards fortifying their roster for another World Series bid. The team was already known to be looking for a left-handed hitting corner outfield to add both a bit more balance to a mostly right-handed lineup and to provide more assurance in left field. Should an everyday player like Andrew Benintendi be signed, Jake Meyers would likely split time with Chas McCormick in center field, while Yordan Alvarez might see the occasional game in left field but would continue to primarily work as the designated hitter. Benintendi wouldn't come cheap, as MLB.tr projects the 28-year-old to land a 4-year, $54 million deal. The price point factors Benintendi's young age as he enters the free agent market, as well as the skill set that makes him a pretty safe bet to be a productive, if not necessarily a star, but a productive player going forward. Being only a productive player seems like a respectable middle ground for Benintendi, who looked like a potential superstar early in his career with the Red Sox, but then almost like a lost cause in the wake of a brutal 2020 season. Benintendi rebounded with a solid showing with the Royals and Yankees the last two seasons, moving to New York at the trade deadline before his season was ended by a hamate bone surgery in early September. This isn't to say that Benintendi might not yet have another breakout ahead of him, especially if he can turn around his drastic power drop-off in 2022. Even without much pop, Benintendi still had a 122 WRC plus and a 304 average over 521 plate appearances last season. .352 BAP/IP aided that production, but Benintendi did an excellent job on taking walks, avoiding strikeouts, and putting the ball in play. Combining that offensive profile with above average defense and a solid base running made up for a 2.8 FWAR season for Benintendi in 2022, the season's highest FWAR total of his 7 MLB seasons. The Astros have just under 198 million in luxury tax commitments for 2023. So if Benintendi was signed to something in the range of what's projected of 13.5 million AAV, Houston would still have plenty of room under the 233 million tax threshold to make further moves. Owner Jim Crane recently said that the Astros certainly have the ability to go at or over the threshold, and spending on multiple players, Abreu and perhaps one of Benintendi or Wilson Contreras, might be more preferable strategy than splurging on a short-term high AAV deal on Justin Verlander. And so, you know what? This would be a great signing for the Houston Astros if they could solidify a great defensive player who, can hit the home run, but is more of a hey, let's get this ball in play, move the runners. That's the type of player teams need when it comes to going to the playoffs, winning World Series. We saw Kyle Tucker take a step with the Astros this year, becoming that in-ball play who can hit the home runs, and adding a left-handed batter to Jordan, I believe Jordan, no, Kyle Tucker, sorry, as a lefty. Yes, you got two lefty outfielders that could play every day, but hey, that's what you need in a lineup because if you're going against righties all the time, you need that lefty batter to come into the lineup, say, "Hey, I am going to make a difference this game." And Andrew Benintendi can do that. Not to mention, like they said, his defensive game is above average. His speed is pretty good, and he can throw guys out from left field. And if the Astros are want to be in contention for that World Series next year, they're going to have to add a guy like Andrew Benintendi. And I agree that maybe adding Benintendi and Wilson Contreras would really help this lineup. Don't spend your money on all in on Justin Verlander. There's other pitchers out there who might not give you Verlander's numbers, but will come a lot cheaper than what Justin Verlander will do. So this season he had 461 at bats for a 304 average, 5 home runs, 51 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. Like I said, he is lost in his power, but he can still do it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you are in the MLB, hit that subscribe button as my kids are trying to get into the room. You guys have yourself a great day. I'll catch you on the next one.